There's an old San Gabriel nursery tree there. Can't identify type of breed, but I think it's a Shimpaku of some sort. Hey Steve, want to narrate for us? Let's say I can get him to narrate. Who's it by? I couldn't see. If you take a vehicle, let me zoom in or walk towards the that accent. It's really cool. Pan around here. Here's Elling's K's Catlin Elm. Really cool looking tree. Ficus interfolia, microfolia, whatever you call it. This is Jaime's tree.
I'm getting there. I used to be 6'2", and now I'm only down to 6'1.5".
Here's a stone from Nina, Regals. Here's a really cool tree. This is a nice springtime tree, plum and just blooming out. Look at the uru, or the hollow in the center. Let me zoom in the hollow. If you want to see a really different tree, it's a really different tree. Cesario, Chinese elm on a rock. Really feminine lines. Quince in bloom. Steve, Joe, what's your favorite tree in this wing so far?
I like the clamps, and I like the name. I like Steve.
I can get this out.
Compact, I like that.
Steve's tree is a blue atlas cedar or is it atlas cedar? Here's a rare tree you don't really see. It's a pineapple guava. Really unusual. It's one of the Kente's tree. Almost looks like a manzanita if you kind of like squint a little bit. It kind of looks like a manzanita. Here's one Tom Vong's tree. Of course, is a nice big size, nice anchoring on the corner. It's a cork pine. Some Chinese elms. Let me run this by really quick. I think this is Regal. It's Larry's tree. And this is a olive from Dave Miles. I wonder if it's one of those Hawaiian olives. Swing around here. There's one of Peter's Macracees, a Shohin. And here's Ann Herbs, one of my favorite artists. Look at the padding on this guy. Get a close up. Really cool, very nicely padded out. Again, I apologize, I don't have my gimbal lifted at home. Got my pack and everything, but totally forgot. Chinese elm by Judy. Nice Chinese elm there, nice fatty trunk. Look at this trunk. Alright, I'm gonna walk towards the quad. I'm sorry again, I didn't have my gimbal, forgot. little shaky. Yes. Here's one in Ben Oki. Just kind of giving a shout out to Ben Oki here on this Tokoneme. Picture of Ben. Small reception tonight. Walking toward the quad here.
Really, got to do it.
Some familiar faces, I hope. Here's a Hollywood juniper. Look at the size of this thing. Look at the trunk. Trunk line's amazing. At least I can get the current president. I hear Lindsay in the background. Bob Pressler's tree, San Jose. There's the current president. Let me at least I can get Lindsay to talk about something. Hi, Lindsay. You want to talk about CBS?
No. I'm retired.
You want to talk about your tree at least? You want to talk about your tree?
Oh, Dan, you want?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, well, come this way. I can't take credit for this whole tree, even though I kind of restyled it. This is from Harry Hirao, and he gave me a lot of things. It was really nice of him, but he gave me this tree. He didn't dig it, but he traded it for something that he had. And, probably, I think 15 years ago. And it had another tree about 2/3 the height of this one in back, and I severed it, and it grew. I sold it to somebody, and I kept this bigger one. I was lucky enough to find a pot big enough. That's it.
Thank you, Lindsay.
You're welcome.
He's looking.
Say hi. Say hi. You're live.
Hi.
Oh my God.
And I'm shooting. You just have to spending time.
Yes.
We're appreciating good wine.
Oh, look at that. I'm jealous here. I can't drink and, well, drive in this case.
Yeah.
Dave, want to go next door and talk about your tree? Anne, you want to talk to your tree next door?
Sure.
Want to talk about your tree?
But see, that's what.
Again,
Oh, look at this. Being
tell you
perfect.
the
You are
origins
going to
of
edit
it.
that out, right?
No. This is live.
Now this is like
Yes, we're going to walk back across. Say hi, Mel. Say hi. Oh, it's a good. Oh no, troublemakers here. Troublemakers. Truly troublemakers. Again, sorry for the shaky hands. I forgot my gimbal at home as I was running out of the house. So I filmed Anne's tree earlier. It's in the corner there.
What do you want to know about it?
Talk about it, Anne. Favorite parts? Who
I've had
was it
about-
collected?
No. Well, it was collected off a friend's brick steps. No pot on its way to the compost pile.
Oh wow!
So I said, "Can I have one?" And she said, "Yeah, I don't like it. No low branches." And then that's what I like about it. And 35 years later,
Wow. So it was naturally had the lower branch, took off the top.
yeah, it was a few branches, and then about 10 years later, I was down visiting my mother, and there was a fungus in my greenhouse, and it killed off nearly all of that first branch. And so that whole branch is redeveloped from the one little shoot that remained on it.
How's it do in California? These
I live on the Central Coast, so it loves it. It does really well up there. But down here, people go, how are you keeping that alive?
So more like cool, cold temperature.
Yeah,
Needs that winter chill.
It's a mountain tree.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. Thank you, Ann. David, where's your tree? I don't remember.
Right behind you.
Right behind you. All right. With the olive, yes, the olive we talked about. Want to stand closer to the tree.
They call it my Hawaiian olive.
Oh, so it is a Hawaiian. Okay,
it
that's...
came from Hawaii. I got it from Lance Laney about 9 years ago. I went. I met Lance when he was over here in California doing a demonstration, and my wife and I enjoy Kauai, which is where Lance lives. He lives right off the Hanalei River on Kauai on the north side. And I emailed him and made arrangements to meet him there, and met him at his house, saw his collection. And he had a number of olives. These are just wild. They just grow like weeds on Kauai. And he had a number of them potted up that he was going to bring over here for a workshop at the convention. And I asked him to hold one out for me, and he held this one out. And I got it from Lance, like I said, about 8 or 9 years ago. So, and I love the base. It has a real nice weathered base. I want to do some more refining on the top. I don't like the top as much in terms of its shape, but it's got a nice history, and I enjoy the tree.
Yeah.
And I like the top.
Thank you, Dave, for that.
I don't dislike the top. I've got some ideas.
What are you going to do?
Well, I keep going back and forth on whether I like the roundedness of it or whether I want to, make it a little more triangular.
Or open it up a bit.
What I need to do, and I ran out of time for this show, is I want to put it in a round pot, because it's actually, the base is longer going this way than it is this way, and it would only fit in the pot. I like this front because of the base, but I like this front better. And the only way I can use this front is in a round pot, because the base is so wide. I need the pot to be broad enough so that I can use this as a front, because I like this front also.
I like this front better too.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to do it, but I realized that my pot wasn't wide enough for me to put it in that position. So
With the round top around.
yeah, if I get a round pot that's as broad or in diameter as this is on the white, it'll be big enough. So actually I can rotate it. Whatever looks good at the time can be the front.
That's nice, isn't it?
But yeah, I like this front. But for this show, I went, and I like this base better for the front, but this is okay over here. I like the tree better over here. So it's 6'1", it doesn't matter.
Well, thank you for the narration. At least I can grab another artist of these trees. Let me walk out really quick. I'm going back to the other hall. If you have a chance, come by this weekend. Tomorrow's his last day. It's only for a weekend. It's really short, but it's one of these powerful shows. Let me see if I can get Peter talk about his trees here. Hey, Peter. Can I grab you about 5 minutes to talk about your trees inside that hall over here?
What tree?
Yeah, his trees. Multiple.
Okay.
Walk over there.
Okay.
You can walk and
I'll
talk.
be right back. You know what? I guess these are the 6 trees that are standing tall this year, so I brought it. And I think they look cute, right?
I think they look awesome. Some familiar trees, a couple I've never seen before, Peter.
In fact, this tree here was shown at the convention Riverside, and they were green. They were half green, then turning yellow, and now, what? 3 months from now, it's still there, or more than 3 months. So they can stay there for as long as they want, I guess, because I don't take them unless if I have to plant them again. And which one is the new one?
The Azalea. Never
Yeah,
seen that Azalea.
That came from Centinela
Oh,
this year, and I bought it from that one guy, but actually has two trees next to each other, and my intention is to separate both of them, and which is I did. So I got two trees in one, and it looks great. It's full of flower buds. All those flower buds. And I know I showed this before. Maybe my silverberry is probably the other one. And this is a Korean hornbeam. They're late to come out in my area, so the buds are not there yet.
Christian Gutierrez says hi, Peter.
Is that?
Christian Gutierrez says hi.
What height?
Okay.
And my other plant is it's Indian hawthorn.
Is that the one that's you dug from your house, the front of your house?
Yes, but you know what? They should be blooming now, but all this weather that we had is all junked up.
Yeah.
But I have all the buds in here too, you know, but they've probably been fried with all that cold snap that we had.
So we had that rainy weather, that really cold, late February frost. That didn't help, did it? Oh.
And my pot.
Oh, the Peter special pots here.
Yes.
Look at that. Anything else? What was your favorite tree of your display?
You know, it's this one here because I never work on a Tosho or a Regita juniper, and they're very, very easy to wire, and at the same time, you know, nice foliage, and most of these trees that I see here in California, Southern California, is from Chicago End, and I believe this one came from Chicago End. I had a chance to wire it.
Perfect.
And I propagating it by way of grafting to another juniper because I have a lot of cuttings.
Well, thank you for the time, Peter. It's awesome, as normal. Maybe next time we'll come by your house and we'll do a live feed at your house. How's that?
All right.
Thanks a lot, Peter. So sorry, you want to talk about your tree? I talked about earlier. You want to talk about your tree? It's really cool. It's really different from all the other trees that we have out here.
True, and I wanted to just let it be what it presented, which was a very delicate tree. It's been on over a rock. You can see it's planted root over rock, close to 20 years, and it was a very skinny trunks. And I put it over the rock, and it's been happy in this very shallow pot for all this time.
All right. And who's this lovely lady right next to you?
The lovely lady is my wife, Jillian, and we've been married 40 years.
Look at that. Congratulations there.
Thank you.
So how old's the tree?
The tree's about 21 years old.
Wow. It was a crepe myrtle? It's a Chinese elm.
Yes, Chinese elm, and it was a seedling that popped up in the garden. And you know, long, skinny trunks, and I thought, okay, not every bonsai is thick. Some are delicate, and that's what I went with.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Let me see if I can grab another artist before I shut off for tonight. I don't know who's next door. Let me see if I can grab maybe Jane Barrett. I don't know. Let's see who's here. Got mostly everybody that's on that second room. Again, I apologize for not having my gimbal tonight. Totally forgot as I ran out of the house. There's Tom. And Tom's running away. Look, Tom was going to run away from me. Look, it's like, told you he was going to run away from me.
All right, let's go back. Yeah.
Let's see. Jim,
Since I found the place by
talk about your ginkgo forest over here. Oh yes, of course, Jim's gonna be live here. Jim, you want to talk about your tree really quick?
Outside there.
I'm sorry?
Want to talk about your forest?
That's a Pinot from Northern California.
Yeah, that's
Is that your forest?
Yeah, it's really good.
Very nice.
How old is it?
Those are cuttings from an old ginkgo that I have in the front yard. And it's a chichiicho. It's chichi in Spanish means the same thing in Japanese. It means boobs. And so this is the variety.
Thank you, Jim. I think there's an announcement going on. It'd be cool.
Welcome and thank you all. The same people who are here socializing are the same people who do all the work. So that's pretty cool. We have gone through a really nice recent period. We had the Suseki show, we had the Bonsai-thon, which was fabulous. You all worked so hard, and now this lovely show. So thank you very much for doing all of that. And I hope you enjoy it enough to make all the work worthwhile. I think we had a good visitation today. The parking lot was overflowing. It was a beautiful day. So it's always pretty here after a rain. But it was a lovely day, and tomorrow will be another pretty day. So it's really worthwhile. I'm glad it's a gorgeous show. Thank you very much for all your efforts. And I'd like to introduce Lindsay Sheila in case you don't know.
Ted, can you talk to you about your tree over there, really quick?
What do you want to know?
Everything, real quick. It's different. If you, I haven't filmed Ted's tree earlier, but it's a flowering Yopan holly right now as we speak.
It's trying to. It's having a hard time though. I tried to force it, but could not. Yeah.
Look at all the flowers.
I cut this hard twice a year. Once in early January, I cut it hard. I take all the leaves but 2 off on each tip. And then it just puts out this mass of flowers. And so last weekend I defoliated all the rest of the leaves. And normally it would be just solid white. But then it got so cold, and I even have a little greenhouse at home, and I stuck it in the greenhouse. So in about 2-3 days, it's going to be spectacular.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe.
Wow, that's really nice.
But I have females at home too, and I have a female companion to this. And someday
So
I'll
this is a
show.
male?
This is a male.
Oh, really?
But you know the gender differences between the two? It's amazing. When you see the two together, the males have a gray crackled bark. The females have a green skin that has folds. The males tend to be squattier. The females are more graceful and upright. The males, every leaf junction, they put 5 to 7 flowers. The female will put 2 to 3 flowers, sometimes at every other leaf junction. You could give a biological lesson if just with the 2 trees side by side sometimes. But they're really fun to work with. And the females faithfully berry up. I get masses of berries every year on my female.
You did that talk sometimes. I have to, but I don't take good care of them.
No,
Nice.
they're fun trees.
Yeah, fun. Because they're tough. That's what's so nice
Yeah,
about
they
them.
are. Take our heat and, and scale maybe every once in a while, but that's not even the preferred.
Yeah, but you get the flowers and the berries. I mean, come on. Beautiful.
So they have a boxwood kind of a root system. So you can just hammer the roots and put them in small pots, and it's all just fine hair, and they don't miss a beat.
I'll have to look at mine more.
So how was that?
That was perfect. Thanks a lot, Ted.
Small lecture.
So, all right, for you guys, if you guys come by tomorrow, come by. If not, good night. See you guys next week. Bye.